Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. And to kickstart off this brand new week, I'm going to be sharing with you the I Heart Revolution Strawberry Cheesecake palette. I'm very excited about this because it's pink, my favourite colours, and let's check out the packaging. So this retails for £9. You can pick it up from revolutionbeauty.com. If it is available at Superdrug, of course, the links will be down below for you. This is pink, it's got strawberries on it, it's gorgeous, love it. So the brand name is there, the name of the palette there. There are all of the shades that you're going to receive within the palette. You've got the window there. You are getting, let's see how many pans, is it 18? At 0.035 ounces or 1 gram of product. Okay, and then on the back you have the ingredients. Also, the shades are numbered, but of course I will be opening the palette in a moment to check that they are named as well. And this palette is cruelty free. So that's your packaging. Stunning if you want to give that as a gift. Beautiful. Okay, the palette itself looks like this. Of course, you've got the dripping chocolate there, and you don't have a mix. This one is all pink, that like dusky rosy pink there. On the back, as always, you get that sticker with similar information that it's cruelty free, how many pans, amount as well, the ingredients, and of course the brand name and the name of the palette. So that's all of the outer packaging. Let's check out the inner packaging. So of course you have that mirror there, so it's the size of the lid, and let's have a look. You also get one of those sheets. And the names are not on the sheet, they're actually on the palette. So anyone who likes their names on the palette, like me, they're there all underneath for you. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be swatching, I'm going to be trialing the palette as well for you. And also they have released a number of palettes. I have got a couple of those as well, so over the next few days I will be sharing those too. So it's going to be a little bit of a collection again for you of videos. Okay, so there are your shades. Now what I really like about this one, you do have a mix, but I really like these rosier tones here. Very similar to the shade on the palette, so really beautiful. But you get a gold, like a tangerine, very fresh kind of shade there. You also get this mustard kind of shade. It looks mustard actually, but in real life it looks like a peach. But yeah, it is a very warm peach, but absolutely love it. Let's get into the swatches and really see what this palette looks like, because sometimes with these shades they really throw up some surprises. So I'm going to do row by row, as always. I'll also smell the palette as well, just to give you an idea of the scent. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay. Now again, we've got, as with a lot of the other palettes that I was testing last week from Revolution, actually, you get a little bit of a mix of formulas. So you get really intense shimmers, you get those mattes, and then you get those, they feel quite thin shimmers. So let's go through the first row. Now, the first one is called Fluff with double F. It's that one there, so that's a shimmer. That first one is, and you can see the difference from this one, it's a lot thinner, you know, in formulation. So that's your first shimmer. Then we have a flavour. This is a very unusual shade. It's like salmon, but it's much more rosier than that. It's a little bit, I suppose, redder. It reminds me of an apple where it mixes, so you don't have, you know, it's not a true red, but it's got a little bit of something else in it. So yeah, really, really like that. It's very unusual. This one, called Slice, is very intense. You can see that from the swatch. Totally different from that one, that first one called Fluff with the double F. Then we have this one called Butter, and it's your very light matte shade, like a cream tone. We then have Baby. Now this again is a shimmer, but it's very, very thin in formula, and it's a very much, you know, baby pink as the name suggests. And then the last shade, Juicy, is beautiful. It's like that, oh, very, very gorgeous pink purple kind of tone. Absolutely love it. So that's your first row. Let's get on to the second. I'm going to mix it up, I think, because I don't have enough room, but I will see what I can do. Oh, love that. Nearly there, and then I'm just going to wipe that. Yeah, and the very last one is on the next row. Okay, in fact I'm going to double that up just because I think it's because I had to, no, it's just the contour of my skin. There we go, beautiful. Okay, so we've got the second row now. So the very first one is a matte and it's called Earth, that one there. And then we have Pinch, which is this one here. Very intense kind of peach tone, very fresh. Then we have this one, and it's spelled F-R-A-I-S-E. Is it Frey? I'm not quite sure, but it's that one there, a beautiful shade, and it is like a shimmer, but it's very, very subtle. The shimmer is very subtle. Let me just check. Have I put all of them on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've missed one. I've missed Strawberry. I'm just going to put that here. I thought I'd missed one. Okay, I'm going to start again. So we've got Earth here, the matte brown, Pinch, like the matte coral. We've got Frey, which is a beautiful dusky rosy shimmer, but it's very subtle. Then we have this one called Strawberry, which is a matte, very like a strawberry, but a little bit deeper in tone. Then we have Syrup, which is this one here, beautiful pink purple shimmer. And then the last one is this one here called Base, which is a matte. I doubled it up because I kept catching my finger on my skin, thinking that it wasn't very intense, but actually it was. So that's that. And obviously sorry that they're not in complete order, but it's just that I missed one. So there we have row 2. Obviously getting excited about the swatches as always. Now row 3 and the last row. That's unusual. Let me just clean that. Okay, so I'm going to just twist round so you can see the shade. So we start off with the shimmer pink there called Drizzle. Beautiful. It's like a baby pink, but it's a little bit more intense. I suppose like a candy floss pink there. Then we have this one here called Biscuit, and it was much more of that orangey tone. Very beautiful, love that, and something a little bit different. Then we have a shimmer called Forever. Then we have a matte called Pour. We then have Petal there. Yeah, Petal there. You can just see it's very, very light. Now there is another one there called Sugar. I'm just going to double it up actually. These last two, they are both shimmers, but very, very thin in formula. In fact, that last one is a little bit thicker. You can certainly see that, but that is more like a champagne. But like I say, there are different formulas in here. So there's your first row, second row with a couple there, and then your third row. So that's the whole palette. They are again a little bit dusty. I'm having a few little bits of fallout from the shimmers in particular. Okay, so it's that kind of formula. But as I always say, the swatches are for reference. It just depends how it performs on the eye. And of course, that's what we're now going to try out. There's a lot of mess now in this palette. Okay, what am I going to kickstart the look off with? I think I'm going to go in with Base, which is this shade here, just giving me a little bit of something. And I'm using the eye contour brush from, of course, Primark. So I've applied the base as always, but I've not set it. So just pop a little bit of that base colour on, and it's really nice, very fresh. It's beautiful weather here in Norfolk today, so this palette is going to, it reminds me of spring. It's spring in a palette, isn't it? So just rub the eye base a little bit more and just apply more base. Okay. So it's added a little bit. There's a little bit of, and it looks fresh, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Now I really want to go in with Juicy, which is this shade here. That one there. It's like, I don't know, it's pink. Is it pink? Is it purple? It's one of those shades that you're not quite sure about. So let's see what this one looks like. Oh, yeah. I love it. Beautiful colour. I'm just going to swirl that around, mix it in with that base shade and see what happens. Oh. It really blends out very, very nicely. You know, it gives you a colour on the eye, but it's not, you know, it blends out to what I want, which, you know, as the second colour on the eye, it's lovely. Love that. I mean, it goes on quite intense as well, but for the second shade, I just want it blended out. Oh, I love that, actually. You can always tell on the second eye, I'm always a little bit more confident because, of course, I then know what that and how that colour performs. So I'm going to put a little bit more on this side, but it does sheer right out and also builds up very nicely too. Absolutely beautiful. Love the colour. Gorgeous. Works so nicely with that base shade as well. I'm now getting carried away and really building it up now. Okay, I'm going to pop that actually underneath the eye because it's such a beautiful colour. Love it. Okay. Now I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to try out Flavour, which is this one here. I've got so many shades I want to try out. That one. Yeah, that first shade was a little intense, I suppose, but it is adding something. Okay. Yeah, definitely adding something different to that shade. And I'm going to pop that underneath as well. Okay, now I'm going into the shade Strawberry, which is that one there. Just a little bit of that, not too much. I'm going to pat that on. Like that. A little tiny amount of fallout, nothing major. But yeah, really like that. Very intense. I think if you don't particularly like you know, pink eyes or, you know, pink eyeshadow, you still do have a lot of choice within this palette. I just love pink, so that's obviously what I'm going for. Now what I'm going to do is neutralise it a little bit by using this shade Pour, all with the same brush. So I'm going to just pop that in the middle. I don't want to go over everything that I've done, but I just want to add a little bit of brown. That's just how I like, obviously, to wear the eyeshadow. Just going to pop that on the first third of the eye, and love it. Again, this side. That is just gorgeous. I'm going to get my fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with base again, and I'm just going to that is just too fluffy. Let me just try that again with the side of the brush. That's better. This, by the way, is the 251 Eye Increase Contour Brush, also from Primark. And again, I'm just going to do that using the side of the brush. Like that. So it's given me the depth, but it's blended that out really nicely. Actually, I'm going to use that brush. Just to blend out all of the edges. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little bit of shimmer, and I really like that. Is it Frey? Yeah, it's that one there anyway. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, yeah. That is divine. That is gorgeous. If you love pinks, you're going to love this palette. If you don't love pinks, you're also going to love this palette, but of course I've gone for a very, very pink look and I absolutely love it. I'm now going to use this brush, which is the 250 Pencil and Powder Smudge Brush. It's the one with the point. And what shall I go in with now? I think I might go in with Drizzle, which is this baby pink shade there, and see what that looks like. Now my brush has picked up loads of fluff, so I've just taken that off. Gorgeous. Because it's pink, it complements the eye look that I've created. Love that. Okay, I'll just give you a close-up before I apply the accessories to the look. Okay, and I have the eyeliner as usual, which is the Revolution HD Smoky Waterproof Gel Liner. So I'll just apply a little bit of that. If you also like my headband, it's from Primark as well, £2. They do have a couple. I often wear the yellow version, and this is the pinky peach version. Okay, just a little bit of mascara, the Mascara Revolution, of course. So just apply a little bit of that. I say a little, but it's going to be, obviously I'm coating all of my lashes. the bottom lashes, I'm really obsessed with applying it on the bottom. I started and thinking that it was going to give me, you know, black smudges, but I haven't had any problems so far. Okay, so that is the whole look complete. Oh, I just love it, especially that shade. Oh no, I've smudged it by looking down. I'll have to sort that out in a moment. That fray, I think that's how you pronounce it. That is beautiful on the lid. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I've got such long eyelashes that on the bottom that when I look down, it's obviously transferred, but that's fine. Let's come off with my concealer brush and a little bit of product added. That's fine. Okay, so that is my look using the new, well, I say new, but it's newly released, I suppose, I Heart Revolution strawberry I was going to say something else, strawberry cheesecake. I was going to say shortcake. Yeah, strawberry cheesecake eyeshadow palette, and I am obsessed. I love it. I love the fact that the palette is pink. I love the eye look. It's absolutely stunning. Oh, that lid shade, I can't get over it. What I will say is to give you my, obviously I love the eye look, I love the palette. Some of the shimmer shades are a lot thinner than, say, this one. So if you're expecting all of the shimmers to be as intense as that, they won't be. They've given us all different formulas as well. The one that I applied on the lid, it's not, you know, intense. It actually looks like a matte, but when you put it on the lid, it really pops. It gives you that subtle sheen. But of course, they have given us that really intense gold shimmer there. This one here as well, called Baby, not as intense and quite a thin formula as well. So yeah, there's a real mix in here, but like I say, if you're expecting all of the shades to be as intense as Slice, they're not. There's a real mix. The mattes are beautiful. They all applied absolutely perfectly, and like I always say, never go by the swatches for formula, just go for the, you know, the colours, and it only depends on how it applies on the eye. So that is the first new chocolate bar palette that I wanted to share with you. Of course, if you are brand new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed so that you don't miss out on any further palettes that I'm going to be sharing with you over the next few days. And of course, I still have the whole of the matte lip collection from Revolution to share with you. I'm actually wearing Chauffeur on its own, no lip liner, which is a rarity for me, but it is such a beautiful formula. It stays in place, doesn't move. I'm obsessed. So that's what I'm wearing today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And hoped that you enjoyed the palette and the eye look. Of course, I look forward to your comments about any of what I've discussed today, and like I say, do subscribe to watch further videos if you don't want obviously to miss out on any future videos that I'm going to be sharing with you. And until tomorrow, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.